Hi, I'm Cathy Lenze. I'm the Vice President of Sales, Marketing, and Public Relations for Straub Brewery. Prior to my position here at the brewery, I was in nonprofit for about 15 years. And it was straight out of school. I did sell cars for maybe 6 months, didn't like it at all. And then I went right into the nonprofit world. So I worked for Life and Independence for today as the executive assistant. And it was a really rewarding job. My main responsibilities here is it's kind of separate buckets. There's the sales side, then there's the marketing side, and then there's also the public relations side. So on the sales side, we work with our wholesaling partners, and what we do is we build out business plans with them. We build out forecasts of how much beer they're going to sell contingent on what we're going to be selling for the year. And we do that usually in October to start for the next year, so we're ready to sell come January. Then you have and that's also inclusive to the beer fest and the events and the tastings, and we have a brand ambassador program, so we do all training with them, and they're qualified people that are ramp certified to get out and do tastings throughout the state. Most of our distribution's in Pennsylvania. Then we have, for the marketing side, we spent a lot of time with our craft lineup. We just recently rebranded last year. There was we have 15 beers total. We have 12 new craft styles. We spent a lot of time rebranding the craft lineup, and what we did was we released as 3 year-round beers. We made this map which is very cool because each of the bottles of beer have a longitude and latitude on them. It has nothing to do with beer, but it's kind of a fun game because every layer of the beer styles, it shows the different longitude and latitude because it's linked to a place. So for example, our 1872, which is our pre-prohibition style lager, that's year-round, what we did was we linked that to the brewery. So the longitude latitude site takes you right here to Straub in St. Mary's, and everything is related to the Pennsylvania Wild. So everything, the 12 and a half counties basically north of Interstate 80. And so we've done a lot of things on the marketing side, which is really awesome. So every single one of the beers ties to a different location in the PA Wilds, and so it can be a fun adventure for people. So we call it the Craft Adventure series. And then you have the PR side. So everything ties together with the PR side. So we have a great team up here that helps with every little portion of this. We have 3 sales reps, regional sales managers for the sales side. We have marketing. We have a couple on our team for marketing, and then with the PR, we kind of all work on that. The biggest challenge we face is that there is more breweries in the country than almost at Prohibition. So every year and every month, basically, there's new breweries popping up, whether they're brew pubs, whether they're in their tasting rooms, smaller breweries, a lot of smaller breweries, but it's just fiercely competitive in the market completely. So, and every one of these breweries, they have different packaging configurations, so you only have so much shelf space. And with grocery now, they've done a lot of changes in the last couple years, so it's been a significant, they're back in the 80s, there was less than 100 breweries in the country, and just to give you this, just so you have the numbers, there's over 7,000 licensed breweries in the country now, and there's 9,000 licenses out there. There's 2,000 more open. So it's, when I say fiercely competitive, significant difference from 30 years ago. The most I enjoy is the versatility of the position, because there's so many different things that you can be working on at one time, whether it's, you spend time, at a beer fest with 5,000 attendees there, and you get to talk to people, to one-on-one meetings with the wholesalers, or doing interviews with media. And there's a tremendous amount of opportunities to talk, and that my biggest thing is I'm a people person, and I love to be around lots of people. To get into the industry, there's a lot of opportunities here, and one of the main things that I can recommend is get out and volunteer. it's so critical because there's a lot of charities, there's a lot of nonprofits in the community that could use help. And even if it's, I mean, to use the skill sets you have, whatever that may be, you know, but you have to pick the right one. You have to pick the right one that fits, because if you're making a commitment to this charity, you want to do that. And whether it's just, you know, event, over the years I've done a lot of events for a lot of different local nonprofit charities, even when I was at the nonprofits, and then afterwards and in between the jobs I had my kids, so I spent all my time for 4 years while I was raising my kids. I spent a lot of time in the community doing fundraising. So to me, it's the way to reach out to all the different portions of the community, and it's engaged. It's engaged to and active in your community because it's really critical. Organization. You have to balance the priorities. You have to know what needs to be done right now, what could wait, but you have to really multitask. You have to learn how to organize the priorities and multitask at its best. Wow, there is an average day. That's not really that's a hard one. My average day actually is traveling to the wholesalers. You know, usually once a week I'm going to a different city within the state. We also have distribution in Ohio, and we're actually going to be opening a new market in Maryland very soon. So I spent a lot of time with our reps and with our wholesalers in the market selling, you know, and also, you know, then we have to, and that's where I was saying prioritize and balancing, we have to get into with the marketing side of how we're going to, what products we're going to offer to sell and what package configurations, because now you can actually sell right down to a single bottle, where 86 years you can only sell a case of 24. Now it's singles, 6-packs, 12-packs, 15 packs, 30 packs, and so we're really trying to manage production on what we want to offer and in what package configurations. Oh my gosh, the best thing about this area is all the outdoor activities. I love to go hiking and kayaking and biking, and my family and I spend a lot of time outside, and that's my favorite thing here. In the winter, you find things to do, whether it's skiing or, you know, my daughter likes to snowboard, which I don't, but she likes that a lot. So we'll go skiing, and, you know, but in the summer, it's just such a beautiful area. There's so many really great places that, you know, if you go to any of the visitor bureaus, to any of their websites, especially in the PA Wild, there's tons and tons of trails that you can go, hiking trails if you want to go, you know, just mountain biking, anything like that. So that's my, by far, the favorite thing in this area.